What up, what up? How's it going, man? Check it out. So I'm in Troy. Pretty wealthy area, you know. A lot of people are retired and stuff like that around here. I'm on this monstrous ranch. Check this thing out. The whole back section's one slope all the way across, probably 20 square. I got the roof order for this. I didn't even look to see how many square feet it is, but this is it's a badass job, you know. This is probably, I don't know, 812, I would say. Little flat part over there, but I mean, this thing's wide open. If you're a sub, this is your favorite kind of job because everything's wide open. You're getting extra money because it's an 8. You know, it's all one story, so nothing's high. It's all architects. It's going to come off all in one piece. It's all one layer on plywood. So for a sub, this is as good as it gets. If I was a sub, these are the jobs I'd want because you'd make, you know, a couple grand in a day. So that's pretty cool for a sub. For me, I make that no matter what. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, man, it's super cool. So what I made this whole video for, and I got off subject right away, is the power of the yard sign. So we did the one over here. Let's zoom in a little bit. See how badass this roof is. So this over here is a Landmark Pro Prairie Wood. Look at the neighbors, plain. Look at this one, plain. All these houses, plain. Look at this one, plain. Look at that one over there. That was badass. Certainty Pro. So the stuff you put on, even though it costs you a little bit extra in the beginning, helps in the end because you're going to get more jobs because your job looks so much better than the other people with new roofs in the neighborhood. Like these roofs beside me, they don't even look brand new. The one over there is like, damn, that's a nice looking roof. And I know some people, a roof's a roof, but if you look at that roof and you look at everything around it, you can tell the difference of what it is. So, the power of the yard sign. The yard sign stays. I know they're like 11 bucks, 13 bucks. I leave my yard signs. You know, a lot of people will save them or they'll call me to come pick them up, and I will. But I will leave them in that yard until people tear them out. Sometimes people do it in a day. Sometimes the yard guys do it. But I'm putting the yard sign in and I'm going to leave it there as long as I possibly can. As soon as the customer sign, I'll have me or one of my guys go there and put a yard sign in, and it will not leave until we're done, and you know, a couple weeks later hopefully. But I usually don't even go pick them up. I think $11 a job is the cheapest advertisement you could possibly get, and it's a viewpoint of something, your work. You know, so no matter what you're doing, you know, you do stonescape, landscape, concrete, pavers, roof, siding, whatever. You know, I mean, that's an advertisement right there on the house. You got to get that yard sign in there as long as you possibly can. Another thing about yard signs, my first yard sign was my whole logo and had everything, and it said roofing, siding, insulation, really small on it because I was trying to pack all this information into this yard sign. And I tested something where if I drove by at 25 miles an hour, could I tell what I did and could I write down the phone number? And yes, I could write down the phone number, but I didn't really know what my company did. So people would call me and be like, oh, you're selling the house. Like they thought I was a real estate company, or so I had to change that. So now it just says roofing really big with the name, I mean the logo, Paramount, you've seen them. It says roofing, and then it has my phone number, and that's all the information it has on it. And then my siding ones say siding, my insulation ones say insulation. Everything is exactly what I did at that job. So you can look at roofing, you see the phone number, and you see the job in front of you, and that's what we've done. It's super easy, and you can read it, and you know exactly what it is as soon as you look at it. So this is the best marketing tool. I mean, the best salespeople or referrals are people that you worked on, and then their neighbors, because their neighbors are confident. They already seen your work. They already knew you do a good job. I mean, your power base, the people around you are the people that are going to drive your business. And two, you know, when you have a referral and it's a solid one, you can raise your prices to the next people. Don't think you can't. Don't think because you did Joe Schmoes for 10 grand, you can't do Larry across the street for 11.5, because you can. There's a lot of times too, you'll be the first one, you know, you do the first house in the sub, and say it's the first house when you turn down the main strip, or the one on the corner, or the cul-de-sac, the biggest one in the sub, whatever it may be. Sometimes I'll give those people a deal, you know, I'll give them a cheap price and say, let's keep this between us, you know, like I'll do this. Let me put my sign here, park my trailers here, you know, while we're doing this. And then, you know, Bob, Joe, Jim all want a quote too. Well, you know, you're getting 4 jobs just because you discounted 1. So it's all about growth. It's all about growth. You don't look at one job as one job. Now, I'm not telling you to take a loss, or some people want you to do work for nothing, you know, or because they'll refer their friends and cousins. I'm not saying that, you know. I walk away from stuff like that all the time. You got to get what you're worth, but I wouldn't be afraid to discount the best house in the neighborhood, or the first house in the neighborhood. And then definitely don't be afraid to upcharge anybody that's a referral, because they already know. They already know. So you got to get what you're worth, and you got to make sure that you always get what you're worth. But this is a pretty cool house, man. This is my boys will love this. Also, these houses make really good before and afters, because the pitch is perfect. So take a lot of pictures and video here. The cool thing about early spring too is people's landscaping is just going up. So usually if I come back in a month, the yard will be all spruced up, and then I can have my before picture with a shitty roof and a shitty yard, and then the after picture with all the landscaping and everything done. But this will definitely make for some good photos. Yeah, this thing's got to be like 58 square, something like that. Maybe 64. So badass job. But all right, boys, stay on the grind. Get out there and get it.